Hi, Johnny. How do you
How are
say
you guys?
hello in Iloilo?
Sorry?
How do you greet in Iloilo?
Mayong Ogto. It's almost
My
12 now.
yeah, okay.
Yes.
So, good morning to all the people watching on the live stream and most especially watching on the replay. We'll be talking to an icon in the Iloilo culinary scene, and his name is Johnny Ke. And please join us, Awesome Live with Johnny Ke, together with the Adobo Queen, Nancy Lumen, streaming all the way from Houston, Texas. Please join us for this morning's discussion. And we'll talk about, Waffle Time, Orchard Valley, and the Iloilo food scene. So if you're watching from Iloilo, please join us. My name is Anton Diaz, founder of Our Awesome Planet. And we're talking about Awesome Live with Johnny Ken.
All right. Thank you. And we're here talking to and thank you for
All right, guys, if you're watching this, please share this to family and friends that would benefit from this discussion. And please join us by commenting. So, Johnny, can you give us a short introduction about you and your culinary history, especially in Iloilo? Kasi Iloilo is really, a lot of people are now really fascinated with the Iloilo food scene.
Oh, actually, Orchard Valley is owned by Waffle Time. It's a waffle kiosk all over the country. And we went into organic farming because we wanted to eat clean, safe food. And the only way we can do that is to grow it ourselves. That's the only way to guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
How many years na yung waffle time?
How many years na?
25 years.
25 na.
Wow,
Yes.
silver anniversary. Wow.
Oh,
How was it during this pandemic, yung mga waffle time? Was it affected?
Affected in such a way because we are mostly located in malls. So if the malls are closed or they close early, wala din tao.
yeah. Ilan na ang stores mo, Johnny?
We still have over 300 stores nationwide.
Okay. And that's mostly in Manila or Iloilo?
Scattered all over,
Scattered
actually.
na yata yan eh. Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe, Anton, we should ask Johnny, how did you start with waffle time muna? What made you think that the corn dog or waffle dog will be successful with the
Oo.
DNA?
Paano ba nagsimula yan?
Well, when I got married, my dad has an old waffle machine that's not being used. So daytime when we were working, our helper at home has nothing to do. So I said, why don't we open a small business, let her cook or bake the waffle in the store so at least she has something to do during daytime. And that's how we started. We just innovated from the usual waffle that we knew when we were in high school, that that just cheese and hot dog filling. We developed more flavors, tuna and other sweet fillings, so people would have more variety. And next day you knew, I mean, people were lining up.
Yeah. Ano, those are mga franchise yan, ano?
30% of our stores are franchised.
Okay.
Wow, 50% lang.
Yeah. And that
30% lang, yeah. Because they can also destroy the brand if you're not careful.
Okay. But all the small business, yung mga business partners mo, they're very happy with with the waffle time?
Oh yeah, some have multiple outlets. If they're not happy, they would not open
Yeah.
more stores.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Do you think it's a good business deal for the younger set? May mga young business entrepreneurs ka na ba?
Oh, mga millennials.
Millennial.
Marami actually, because it's
Ah.
the investment cost is very low, and
Uh-huh.
it's a cart, so they can move it out if the location is not so good. I mean, without any fixed, except maybe for the rentals paid, no renovation cost or anything. You just move out your cart and move to another location.
So you said millennials are also investing in waffle time.
Yeah, we have young people investing in waffle time
That's good. That's
because up
good.
to now we still maintain the package.
Mm-hmm.
The price is still the same.
Ah, wow. Talaga.
Yeah, in
Anyway,
a way,
so,
to help others also.
oo, yeah. Mga OFW, they're also, kasi some
Yeah,
OFWs are looking for business for their children eh.
we have OFW franchises. Marami actually.
Mm-hmm.
Retirees,
Ano?
mga retirees.
Ah, retirees. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
And during this pandemic, are you guys still expanding? Are there a lot more people franchising?
Sa franchising, not so much, but we are still opening more stores because you'll never know. This pandemic, a lot of spaces suddenly became available.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
also an opportunity.
okay yun. That's a point.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
point na hindi namin naisip yun, ha? Yung iba will say, oh, wala nang pag-asa. Pero ikaw, Johnny always always looks at the other side of
Uh,
things
but
eh.
is the opportunity in the malls or outside the malls?
Actually, outside the malls.
Yeah,
Mm.
I would guess.
And usually where? Along is there a particular location that you're looking for?
Not really. Actually, the customer traffic shifted. Before, it used to be malls. It used to be near schools. Now that the schools are closed, the best locations now are near the hospitals.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
uh,
Oo nga naman, ano?
So may tip ka na, Nancy.
magbubukas na siya.
Kung pwede lang sana eh. Pero the success of Waffle Time is now funding a dream that you have always wanted, which is your organic farm. I remember you were saying that was your dream.
Oo nga.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
I always wanted to eat safe, healthy food. Crazy,
Okay. No, it's
Even
not
for
crazy.
our supermarket, we get a lot of customers asking us if the vegetable we're selling is organic or if it's with pesticide or chemical fertilizer. We cannot honestly tell them that it is. So the only way to do it is to plant it ourselves. Now, no more questions with the customers. They would always look for Orchard Valley because they know it's organic.
Okay.
Wow, ang swerte naman ng mga taga Iloilo. I wanted to know how did Orchard Valley happen, no? But can you talk about the Iloilo food scene? What happened there? Para nag-elevate yung Iloilo food scene in recent
That's
years.
good.
Before pandemic, yes. Pero now it's slowed down. Actually, most restaurants are closed.
Okay.
Now, this week we are on hard lockdown, so no dine-in. Waffle
And
Time Group, we have to let go of 60% of our employees,
wow.
mostly from our restaurants and convenience stores.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
I think we're not the only one uh, letting people go, because that's the reality.
Oo.
Well, I
Especially
hope you can rehire them when this is all over.
Yeah, these are good people. I would not want to let them go.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
trained them, we have invested a lot on them, but no choice. You cannot operate, and you cannot really rely on like a Grab or Food Panda. You know,
oo.
uh, they get at least 25%, and that's more than what you're earning. You guys know that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's a big issue in the industry.
Yeah, you have to get
So
it
that's
by
why
volume.
we're not with them anymore.
Uh-huh. That's another way of looking at it. Pero going back to, can we go back, Anton, to the organic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Uh,
wanted to know how it
yeah.
started. Yeah.
Yeah. How did it start, and how are you maintaining that? How people still go to the supermarket, right, and to buy
Yeah,
between
yeah.
non-organic to they prefer to buy organic. Mas mahal ba?
Uh, Mas mahal because it's more costly to produce, and you cannot do it in large scale. That's why when we deliver to the supermarket, in the Iloilo supermarket branches in the morning, if you're late, I mean, if you go there after lunch, probably you get the leftover only, because
Mm,
Mm.
it's in limited quantity only. But it's delivered every day. Unlike in Manila that you only get to have organic produce on weekends.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here, our customers can get it any time of the week.
Okay. So how do you how is it expensive? Are you making money on your organic farm?
Yes and no, but it's something you're earning is not much, but you know there are more things other than money which makes you happy.
Good.
Like you get people asking you if you're the one planting organic, and you don't know them, they don't know you, so they will just tell you that, and they will just thank you for planting, for growing organic food, because they are cancer survivor or
Yeah.
recovered from
Oo nga.
disease.
Oo.
So it's something more than monetary.
Di yung mga may COVID din, I guess they can benefit from organic food, and maybe after they're cured, ayun pa rin, they'll stick to that.
Actually, not just those positive, but every one of us has to eat safe food, and
Mhm.
organic is the only way to go. Maybe I have no proof, but I mean it can help with our immunity,
Yeah.
our
Immunity. Oo.
our defenses.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not a doctor, but uh, because you don't have to digest all those chemicals, artificial chemicals anymore, and everyone knows that vegetables are healthy, but there are two kinds of vegetable: the chemical free and the chemical loaded.
Yeah. Anyway, ano yan, 100% organic ka?
Yeah, even our animals, we have cows, we have chicken. We plant our own corn, our grasses to feed them.
Mhm.
By the way, our corn are all open pollinated, so we can replant the seed. We don't have to buy new seeds,
Mm-hmm.
because what I found out, if we feed them OPV corn, they don't get sick. Unlike
What's
if we
OPV?
plant open pollinated variety corn.
Okay.
these are the local corn. We call it sigi-sigi, meaning to say you can replant the seed. The GMO corn, you cannot replant the seed.
Ganun pala
So
yun.
every time you plant, you have to buy again.
Ayan. Johnny, what's the biggest challenge in do you think here when you were starting your organic farm, what was your biggest challenge? And I think the entire country is still having challenges having or building organic farms, no? What did you learn in the process?
Lesson number one. The first farm that I planted was a rice field. I didn't know the difference between a rice field and a field for vegetable. So when it was summer, the clay dries up and choked the roots, and the vegetables died. So for me, initially, by the way, I'm an architect by profession, so I don't know anything about this. So I mean, for my basic knowledge, if it's a soil, you can plant, but not knowing that this problem. And our first farm was beside the sea. So when it's summer, the well dries up and the seawater gets in. And it increases the salinity of the water, and the plants also died. But these are very painful lessons, but it taught me a lot.
And you still continued. Hindi ka na give up.
Oh yes. Matigas ulo eh. There was a time when Typhoon Frank hit. The farm was under 6 feet of water. That was before the floodway was constructed.
Yeah. So after all those challenges, finally, when did you see the first plants?
We've been producing, although in much lesser quantity. But you see, it's not just on vegetable plant or organic. We're also into reforestation.
Good.
Okay.
So Waffle Time, the company has invested and reforested 543 hectares of the nuded mountains in northern Iloilo.
With what?
Acacia mangium.
Why that? Why acacia?
Because that's the only species that would grow in that area, because the pH of the soil is very, very low. So the recommendation of the DNR was to plant like Gimmelina, mahogany, and eucalyptus. But these are not suitable in the area. I mean, it's stunted and it's still, well, I have a lot of bonsai there if you want.
Okay. So and more about your organic farm. How does it go? How do you ano yung cycle? Kasi there might be people who might be under. What is the smallest area that somebody can have an organic farm?
Even not a farm, even just a flower pot. You can plant your own kangkong, your own kamote leaves, or your own alogbate. So simple.
Yeah, pero yung integrated mo, yung let's say yung manure, saan ang gagaling, the fertilizer, all that.
Yeah, our farm actually is a closed loop farm. So the animal waste, we feed it to the worms, and the worm poo, we put it on the plants as fertilizer. So and then the plants on the discarded leaves were fed to the animals. So it's a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing is wasted.
Paano yung water? Yung water has chemical.
Water natural lang naman eh. Dito it rains, but then if climate, uh, too much rain or too little rain, these are your problem.
Okay. All right.
Question lang. So yung hydroponic farm is different from organic farms, di ba? Or is there ano bang mga thinking between those two
Uh,
farms?
Hydroponics is for me, since I'm more of a fanatic on organic, I would call it Frankenstein vegetable. Plants
Hala.
need soil to grow, not water. And all the water soluble chemicals added. I mean, I don't know what they put in, but I mean, it's not natural. Organic is equal to natural. I don't know. It's just my belief.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So soil planted.
Yeah.
Soil planted, yeah. Because you have
So,
microbes, you have elements in the soil that's needed by the plants.
Oo.
I have nothing against hydroponics or aquaponics. I mean, but for me, I still would want my vegetable to grow on soil.
okay, so ganito yung cycle. Waffle Time will fund your Orchard Valley. Orchard Valley delivers to the supermarket. The restaurant will buy from the supermarket and feed it to the foodies who like organic. Yun ba yun?
Yeah,
So, umiikot. But do you have
balik
a
kita.
good clientele with the organic restaurants who like organic food?
Uh,
Are you doing pictures? So,
I only serve my produce in my restaurants. I cannot say for the others though.
okay. How many restaurants do you have now?
I closed most of it. I only have 2 now.
Oh,
The pandemic
okay.
really hit bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Which restaurant, Johnny?
Only Bourbon bar
Ribs,
and
Bourbon
grill.
ribs.
Bourbon ribs, yes. That's the
Oh.
only one that's left. I've closed Malfi, Mojave, and Bohemia.
Oh,
Okay.
never mind. Bubukas din yan. May bukas pa.
Ana,
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know nga. So, you were showing a video. What was that?
Let's show the video of the of the orchard. We'll share to them para. So this is in the Orchard Valley, Johnny.
Oh wow, may insects. Oh,
To
that's right.
harvest and
That's
actually
one.
combine by
Oh,
nourishing soil and sowing the seeds to sustain life, using only what is necessary for growth and restore the balance of nature, forming a continuous cycle to create the ideal bond between man and earth. In Orchard Valley, we are responsible to continue how nature is intended to be organic, natural, untouched, pure. For the years past, it has been our duty to stand by Earth's given law. To reap the harvest, we must be the initiators of growth. Established in 2002, Orchard Valley is a 31-hectare organic farm where vegetables, herbs, fruits, and livestock are grown. Its goal is to promote and create awareness.
Ang dami mong vegetables. Oh, there. I like seeing that. Oh, even the the chickens. Wow. Ah. Ano yun? The pigs are just walking around?
Nakapen yan, Nance, because they'll eat up the vegetable if you don't, if you, they don't have an enclosure.
Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. So you say the quality of the meat of organic animals is better?
Mm-mm.
What I can say is they live a happy life rather than being in a cage, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Happier life, not happy life, actually.
Okay. All right. So how long has the orchard been existing?
Sorry?
Ilang years na? Ilang years na yung organic farming mo?
Mag-23 years.
Ah, you really? So 25 si waffle time and 23 na yung ano?
Mm.
Ah, okay. One more question. How did you get to be 100% certified? Meron ba talagang certification here in the Philippines?
Yeah, yung NICERT, sad to say, they were not able to renew their permit this time.
Uh-huh.
So wala
So,
din kaming certificate
yeah, but you've had the
because
certificate
of COVID and, you know, those things.
Ah,
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
before.
okay.
Pero Nance, I mean, for me, the certification at the end of the day is really just a piece of paper. Kasi may mga mandadaya din eh. I mean,
Uh-huh.
it's, as I said, it's just a piece of paper. So when they ask
Mm-mm.
how do we know if everybody's trying to claim to be organic, at the end of
Oh,
the day,
yes.
you only have to ask and to know the farmer. That's
Uh-huh.
it. No amount of certification can validate.
Yeah.
Honestly, still the best policy, I think.
Yeah. Kinikwento ko kay Anton when you told me something about the bee. When your bees move from your farm to another farm that's polluted, they have a hard time going back to your farm. Totoo ba?
Yeah,
Namamatay.
it's because the beehive, they have like guard bees. So when the worker bee goes out in the morning, before they come back, siguro may checkpoint and they're not allowed to go in.
May lockdown.
Yeah, they're not allowed to go in if they have been to a sprayed farm.
Ah,
So they have their own like checkpoints, you know. So makita mo lang the next day maraming patay sa baba under the hives because they were not allowed in.
Oh. Sinong kumakain ng patay na bee?
Wala.
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 Nagiging
Wala.
nagiging compost. They
Ah,
enrich the soil.
okay. Oh, all right. Wow. Well,
So how
we need to hear something positive also from you. Like, let's no more talk about COVID and what it's done. How do you plan to encourage people first, maybe in waffle time business or in going organic?
Well, I think everybody has realized now that being healthy is worth more than what's on your pocket. So
Uh-huh.
I mean, we are what we eat. I'm a believer of that.
Vegetarian
So,
ka ba?
sorry? No,
Are
no,
you a
no.
vegetarian?
I eat anything.
Okay. All right.
Pero
Yeah.
just we just have to eat healthier, cleaner food, safer food.
Okay.
And it's very hard to look for it now. I've been to some farms na they claim to be organic, but sorry,
Hindi.
takes one to know one, you know.
Okay. Eh, yung coffee mo, di ba you still have a coffee business?
Oh yeah, we have coffee plantation and we coffee shops. We have coffee shops, coffee break.
Uh-huh. Okay. And that's doing well.
Doing okay lang, not well.
Yeah,
Kasi
but
walang dine-in.
do you think coffee will stay on trend? Ayun pa rin ang the drink of the drink of the season, the drink of everybody, di ba? Everybody's into coffee.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, coffee
So,
could still be but cacao is coming up.
good. Is that a business tip for the farmers, people who
Oh
are
yeah. I think
cacao?
I've read somewhere that cacao, because of the shortage worldwide, would uh, would be as expensive as caviar.
So, do you want to encourage people to plant cacao or to process cacao?
Yes, because like we are in the the cacao and coffee zone.
Mm.
No, I
Um,
mean, you're talking of Iloilo only or what?
Nationwide.
nationwide. We have a question from the YouTube channel. Shi Anata, Sir Johnny, my question. How can you compare the quantity of harvest of vegetables between organic and chemically grown? Can you compare it, or would you know?
Uh, I cannot say for chemically grown vegetable because I don't grow them. That is all I can say because I cannot really compare.
Okay.
Eh, pero nakita mo naman sa grocery mo eh. Sa supermarket mo, merong organic, merong hindi.
Mm-mm.
So, you
Yeah.
know the suppliers.
Actually, mas maganda yung mga chemically grown. Mas malalaki, walang blemish. Pero those who understand and care about what they eat, naghahanap ng mga may butas, imperfect,
Oo.
which is quite funny if yung mga inutusan lang bumili, hinahanap yung perfect. Pero pag yung mga housewives mismo, they look for imperfect ones.
Galing rin people are understanding it. Now, Sir Johnny, because you've been in the entrepreneurship in this industry for the longest time.
Naman pala, ma'am. Sorry
Galing Nans, no? Galing
Yeah.
Nans.
Yun lang, ang daming challenge.
Ang dami.
Talagang, at saka, to see how successful it will be, how many months will you wait for the plants to grow before you know na nag-succeed ka?
Yes.
Tapos, eto pa si pandemic.
Oo.
Johnny, Anton was
Sorry.
asking a question.
May a lot of the common questions, or I'm curious about, what do you think what are the careers or businesses that would flourish in a post-pandemic world? What do you think?
Agriculture. Food is, I think, the realization now, food is still number one.
Yep.
So we need And sadly, our average age of the farmers in the Philippines is over 65. We need young people to go into agriculture, or else we would not have food soon.
Okay. So you're supporting young students in agri?
Sure. Uh, Kami advocate kami for people to go into food production, agriculture. Kawawa lang kasi our farmers, because of the hardship they've been through before, they don't want their children to go through the same. Pero
Yeah.
iba na ngayon eh. Iba na ngayon. I mean, government is more supportive, may mechanized farming na. So iba na ngayon.
Yeah. Well, between a young farmer and an old farmer, andiyan pa rin yung choice na organic or not. So, syempre,
Uh,
they still need the money.
yeah, wala
So,
kang magawa because chemically grown produce would still be there, I think.
yeah. So, sana
Because
you can encourage people choosing between commerce or business management to go into agriculture. Pero how is the promise of that they will be successful in their career? Not everybody naman can afford to, wait for the plants to grow. Sana
yeah,
mag-scholarship
actually
ka.
vegetable. Sorry?
Scholarship.
Na,
Magbigay ka ng scholarship.
Agriculture, no?
actually, yung
Or train them in your
government is
farm.
government is giving free scholarship for those who wants to study agriculture. Do you know that?
Talaga?
Talaga?
Yes. Oh, kulang lang actually, hindi na emphasize too much ng government. They don't know how to market programs.
Okay.
Mm.
So, dyan sa Iloilo, may scholarship talaga?
Oo. Meron. Nationwide yan. It's a DA program.
Alright. That's good.
Actually, wala lang nans na link sa needs ang mga graduates ng agriculture before. I mean, they end up being tutors in the malls or security guards kasi walang
Oo nga.
opportunity. So, I mean, that's the missing link.
So, how will you put that together? What is your solution? Ikaw, what's the Johnny Ke solution?
Actually, ngayon, hindi na kailangan ng library eh. Nandun na si Mr. Google eh.
Oo, nandun na lahat, no?
Oo. Nandun na lahat. They just have to be resourceful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's true. That's true.
You cannot expect government to feed them all the time,
Okay. Well, back to the scene in Iloilo. Buhay pa rin ba yung mga halo-halo na ginaganon yung lata ng gatas at lalagyan pa ng asukal yung halo-halo?
Now you don't see them much anymore because of the lockdowns, the prohibition, walang simba, those things. Before, kasi nasa labas yan ng simbahan. Ngayon, wala na eh.
Wala talaga? As in, No, pero after pag walang lockdown, how is it? There has to be some energy happening in the Iloilo scene. Lockdown naman
maybe
ito.
After the lockdowns and after this thing passes through, That's why, for the situation now, we just have to be more self-sufficient. We can grow our own food. That's why I was emphasizing kanina, kahit flower pot lang, pwede ka mag-grow ng veggie at home.
Oo.
What's the most popular vegetable that they can that's sold in your ano na organic? Maybe they can take a hint from that and also start their own with what the one that's
Actually,
selling.
ang isang isang shift during the pandemic, people went back to indigenous vegetable.
To what?
They went back to indigenous vegetables.
Like
Albati, gabang, the indigenous lupo. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
no.
These are native vegetables na hindi pinapansin before. But I mean, no, malaki ang demand.
Really?
Nobody's growing this commercially. So it grows like it's treated like a weed.
Ano
So,
yan? What's the name?
Alugbati. Kinakain namin dito.
Alugbati.
Alugbati.
Oo.
Malakas
Oo.
in English, I think. Ang lupo, I'm not familiar kung anong name sa English. Tugabang, Colites, we call it this local,
Mga local,
I think Tugabang is, Colites, I think is Amaranth.
Yes. I don't,
Ang isa pa kulang na Nancy, research on the benefits of our local vegetable.
Meron naman eh. Marami naman sinasabi dyan. In fact, even the pito-pito here is very popular.
Yeah, pero did the government really conducted their own research, or did they depend on the research done by other countries? Like in Moringa or the Malunggay, I didn't see any research done by our government agencies.
Marami
Palagi
dito.
mo lang nakikita yung mga claims na 7 times more calcium than orange. But this data came from India. These are not our data. Actually, isa pa yan na kulang ng mga agri-schools natin, laboratories. When we went to the Agricultural University in Taiwan, all the universities have complete laboratories to analyze what kind of pest, what kind of soil, and you know how they push organic in Taiwan?
How?
They test your blood kung gaano kadaming pesticide.
Ew! Wow!
I think we should be doing that here.
Oh.
I mean, awareness.
Yeah.
And they do the blood testing outside the supermarket. Paglabas mo, kung gusto mo magpa-test.
Siguro kung ako mag-test pork adobo yung nasa dugo ko. Okay, I even eat the taba.
You know the consciousness, Anton, sa atin, wala pa, hindi pa ganung level eh. In Taiwan, when I took a taxi cab, bumili kasi ako ng kamote. So I wanted to use that as a planting material. Then the driver asked me, "Oh, mahal-mahal yan." Sabi ko, "Mahal ba? Hindi ka ba kumakain?" Alam mo, sagot ng taxi driver na Taiwanese doon, "Only rich people in Taiwan eats kamote." Sabi ko sa kanya, sa Pilipinas, even the poor people doesn't want to eat kamote. You know, the contrast. Nagtawa siya. You know, kulang tayo sa ganun eh. Yung research or backup studies, wala tayong ganun. Sila very conscious.
Yeah, well, you're a leader in your industry. I think you have to be a mover and a shaker. Challenge.
Marami dyan. We can help. Walang problema yan actually. Sayang lang actually. If you remember when you went to my farm, I showed you yung orchard where I'm trying to grow all these indigenous trees na fruit trees. Remember the aratilis,
Yeah,
the
pati yung yung papaya
Ikesa.
nasa baba,
Oh. So, kasi wala na eh. These are not being pushed in the market. Mawawala na lang to.
But
Sayang.
you're selling that. You're selling that. You're pushing it.
Well, not much because sa akin ano lang konti lang eh. Yung mga sinengguelas, these local fruits.
Yeah, mga local fruits.
Yeah.
I think the DOT, the DOST should push for more consumption, more studies on this. Sayang eh. I'm sure
Sana nakikinig sila ngayon.
this would have more benefits than apples and oranges. I don't know.
Yeah, could be, no?
And
Yeah.
best of all, these are chemical free.
That's true. From the way we're talking, it looks like ang daming challenge, but you have to push it. You're going to push it, right,
Yeah,
Johnny?
we are
Yeah.
pushing it actually.
Yeah. Sana, how many agri students are with you? Those who are the younger ones.
The graduates, we have 16.
Oh, that's good. And they're
Yeah.
determined to stay as farmers or agri.
Yeah.
That's good.
Kasi
And
even in their school, they cannot learn organic. That's the sad part. It's not being taught in the schools.
well,
You see, that's why our farmers remains poor kasi they still have to buy chemicals. Well, they can make their own fertilizer, they can make their own biopesticide. Why? It's not being pushed. If you remember what I told you,
yeah.
why? Walang SOP si earthworms ibigay eh.
What's SOP?
Wala SOP.
Ano yun?
Ikaw, Nancy naman, no?
Hindi nga, hello. Anyway, ako naman, meron akong term na baka hindi nyo alam, bokashi. Bokashi is what I'm doing now.
Okay. Siyempre, alam namin yan.
Yeah, everything lahat na peels, lahat, even the rice na tira, lahat andyan.
We have that in the farm.
Bokashi?
Yeah, Japanese method yan eh.
Why can't you invent or why can't you innovate and make a local Filipino kusina bokashi?
Kusina?
You just need the bokashi grain. Para meron silang sarili nilang compost.
Actually, we just need to push even sa school. We have to start them young, for people to be more conscious.
Yeah. Kailangan may celebrity ek ng konti yung farming para para
Yeah, we have to make farming sexy.
Oo. That's true. Yeah, sino ba yung mga sexy
no
farmers?
joke just to encourage younger people to go into it kasi some of those na interview ko na mga agri-grad, why would you prefer to work as a janitor in a mall? Sabi, mainit, iitim ako, those things. Or sayang lang, kahit lalaki, sayang lang daw yung whitening nila. Can you believe that?
So now you have to, before we end, I don't know what Anton will say, but you have to be able to convince the millennials to touch the soil.
Yeah.
Enjoy ako ngayon.
Soil is sexy, We have to tell them that. Soil is sexy.
Soil is sexy.
Why?
Getting dirty is sexy.
Explain.
it may sound crazy, but you don't get dirty in an air-con room.
Yeah. No, I'm inspired with your story nga on the organic farm. Actually, hindi pa ako nakapunta dyan sa Orchard Valley.
Ayan.
And hopefully we can bring our kids para
Yes.
they get inspired also, di ba?
Sure.
Yan, Johnny, it's not so much more for Anton and Rachel, but for their kids to realize, hey, what
Yeah.
goes on in your plate?
Let them play with the soil. Let them get dirty, Anton.
Oo nga
In fact, maraming realization din yung iba after this pandemic hit. Have you heard about earthing or forest bathing? Earth grounding. You walk barefoot on soil. You
Yes,
get
yes.
energy from the soil.
Ano yung
Or you hug a
earthing?
tree.
Yes.
Yun nga, you walk barefoot in your garden.
You walk barefoot. Oh.
Okay. And you get the energy from the soil.
Get
Uy, okay
energy
yun,
from the earth.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you know that, Anton? I didn't even
And
know
then
that.
better if you hug a tree while barefoot because the tree has deeper roots. It may
Okay.
sound crazy, but
No,
you'd
it's
be surprised.
Okay.
Yeah,
In Japan,
we
they
follow that.
have what they call forest bathing.
Ano yun?
They go to the forest to get the energy from the forest.
Yeah, nagubad sila tapos.
Talaga? Ginawa mo na yon, Anton?
Hindi ba? Yung mga grounding lang. Grounding, sunlight, yan. Ganyan ang turo sa amin.
Grounding, sunlight, yeah.
Oo,
Just find
sunlight.
people.
Sunlight because that's a vitamin against COVID.
Oo.
Vitamin D.
Yun.
People have to buy vitamin D when they can go out and sunlight for free,
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Okay.
All right. Very inspiring. Any final message, Johnny, siguro? Or Nancy, may final question ka ba for Johnny?
Meron lang akong isang question na not related eh. Johnny, malapit na ang month of the ghost. What does that mean to some businesses? Other than the fact that there's no business. Should they continue? Should they wait? Should they stop?
Most Chinese people doesn't want to open businesses during the ghost month, doesn't want to start construction during the ghost month. They wait until it's finished.
Okay.
And why is that? What's a rationale behind?
Because it's supposed to be not good.
Yeah, I know. Bakit nga?
So they wait for like 30 days.
Totoo ba
Kasi
yan?
baka maaswang.
Baka
ano?
maaswang. Baka maaswang. Siyempre, nasa Iloilo. Baka maaswang.
Totoo ba yan? Is it true?
I don't know. I don't know if it's true, but people still do that. I mean, they don't mind waiting for another month before the proceeding. But
Even in
yung mga
farming?
business na naka-open, tuloy-tuloy yun.
Oo. Just starting up, no?
If you start. Okay.
Mga opening and starting, never on a ghost month. That's their belief.
All right. So let's say nag-start sila ng August 6. Pwede pa. Kasi August Anton, what is the start of the month of the ghost?
Kailan ba? August 8, di ba? August 8. Tama ba, Sir Johnny? August 8, 1 month.
I'm not sure. Basta may for 30 days yan eh.
Oo.
But that's also sometimes a principle in business eh. You have to have a resting period. You cannot always continuously mauubos ang energy mo, mauubos yung resources mo eh. You really have to give it a rest. Even God said that there's a time for you a season. Time for every season. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's a positive way of looking at it. Maybe you can end on a positive note. Ikaw pa naman, ang dami mong business.
Ako?
Yeah.
I
Well,
hope
mga
everybody
successful.
tries to grow their own food lang.
Okay. Pero, how? You said to indigenous. Dapat mga indigenous or...
Not
Di ba they
really.
have to buy soil?
You can grow lettuce in your flower pot rather than growing ornamentals. I mean, baka awayin ako ng mga plantitas dyan, but you know, you can grow food.
Yeah.
That was what I would like to advocate. Grow your own food. Eat clean food. That's it.
Yes.
Kung pwede nga lang sana pati manok, pwede na sana. Kaso,
Yeah.
I don't like to eat ampalaya every day. I don't like a lumbati every day. Even if I have it.
Maybe you should come to Iloilo.
Ayun. Oo nga. Umuwi ka na nga kasi, Nancy.
Dapat si Anton and the family should experience a real certified organic farm.
Oo nga.
You should try a
integrated
lumbati
talaga.
cooked in 50 ways.
Ha?
You'll be surprised.
Okay.
Hindi, pupunta kami dyan sa Iloilo. Kasi meron
Yes.
kang may on the dad's family kasi is from Capiz and they have some land
really?
there. Oo. And
Pass
you
by
know, we
Iloilo.
we'll pass by Iloilo for sure. When everything is settled with the pandemic.
Yeah, Anton.
Okay.
Thank you. Nice seeing you guys
Thank
again.
you. Maraming
Yeah,
salamat.
Johnny.
Thank you.
Okay, God bless you. God bless your soil.
Yeah. All right. Bye, Nancy.
Thank you, Anton.
All right.